Oh, it's Eli, aka Slim. Another Ask Artist video. The question is, why are nerds so angry? First off, how dare you? Second off, you're absolutely right. I think a big part of being a nerd is having very strong opinions on things that don't matter. It's like a prerequisite. It's like in the job description. It's very important. Well, first, let me get into nerd, that word, because, I don't know, I think people have a certain vision when they say the word nerd, which is different from mine. When I say nerd, I think there are all types of nerds. I think there are sports nerds, there's car nerds, there's video game nerds, there's celebrity nerds. I think it is just when you have very strong feelings or are obsessed about something that does not actually involve you at all. For example, a sports nerd. If you're actually doing sports, I don't think you're a sports nerd. If you are on the couch talking about sports a lot, I think you're now a sports nerd. So that's the defining trait. I would say I am an anime nerd. I think I'm also a manga nerd. I make comic books in a manga style, but I think I still toe that line. I'm not making as big a splash in the manga world to disqualify me for being a manga nerd. Have anime. Let's use anime as an example to try to illustrate kind of what I think about it. Because you need that initial investment to enter the nerd territory, it means that you are of a particular belief or mindset. If something touches you and connects with you deeply, you're not usually very meh on it. If it's freaking touched your heart, usually you're very strongly opinionated about the thing. And the nature of being human is that there are other humans that aren't you, and they're going to see it different ways. They're going to have different beliefs, different views. And I think nerds make the error of thinking everyone needs to agree. They go up to each other and they are really trying to get connection. They say, hey, I like X. Don't you also like X? And instead of the other person being like, hey, X wasn't for me, but I could understand why you liked it. They say, X is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It was the worst part about whatever the thing we're nerdy about is. And now the other person's defensive. And now they need to fight to the death or whatever. I don't actually know what nerds do when they get there. Usually they just swear vengeance on each other or something. Or they go on the internet and argue about it. But yeah, it's really just a desire to connect. Some humans are just bad at connecting. And they put a lot of judgment calls on a media. But it's tricky. That's just the thing whenever humans are trying to do anything fun or to bring themselves joy, they have to mess it up with their pride and arrogance and things of that nature. So it's tough. But it's fun. If you're a nerd and you hang around enough, you can usually find yourself a good community that does the correct amount of arguing that you like. I personally just want to share. I just want to hear about good things. And if people don't like my thing, I want to know more about why they don't like it so I can understand it better. And, sometimes it just comes to just vibes, just wasn't feeling it. And that's fine. I was a person that kind of preached the gospel of, particular media. And then people didn't like it. They liked their other thing better. I went up in arms about it. But I realized it's not hurting the thing I like. The thing I like, I have the thing I like. I've already seen it. I've already watched it. I already own it. And that's good. Focus on that part. I think also in the time of remakes, this is a little bit of an aside. I was thinking the time of remakes, something you really like could be getting a new updated version. And a lot of people get mad about that. On the spectrum, it's either too different or too the same. I try to go in thinking that it's probably going to be meh, and then I'm usually pleasantly surprised. And even if it isn't for me, it's fine. I just kind of move past it. But also, I also don't watch live action versions of anime. That is usually a bad idea. I usually just prefer to have my 2 hours. But hey, maybe you like that stuff. Go ahead and keep liking it. I'm glad you found joy in it. I don't think I ever want to make people less happy. If someone's happy about a thing, I want them to be happy. I'm excited that they're happy. I don't want to tear them down and tell them they shouldn't be happy about a thing they're happy about. matters of taste are non-negotiable. You can't really debate someone out of something like that they enjoy. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Go out there, like the things you like. Stop telling people to dislike things that they like. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you have another question, let me know in the comments, and please do use that comment section. All right.